Coming up on CityView, PowerUP, an inspirational performance by Austin Energy employees. September concert, how music at City Hall is promoting peace. And Meet the Lender, we've got the details on an upcoming event for small business owners. Thanks for joining us. I'm your host, Leslie Sopko. Those stories and more, but first our top story. Texting and driving has become a leading cause of car accidents, which is why Austin Mayor Lee Leffingwell recently joined other Texas mayors in a campaign against texting and driving. Mayors United Against Texting While Driving is a social media campaign that challenges drivers to make a pledge against this deadly driving habit. As part of the campaign, Leffingwell and the City of Austin partnered with AT&T and the It Can Wait movement to combat the dangerous practice of texting while driving.
According to the National Safety Council, texting while driving is involved in more than 100,000 vehicle crashes per year. So something must be done to curb this dangerous, sometimes fatal practice of texting while driving. We realize it's up to us as individuals, as cities, and as a nation to put an end to this social epidemic and start changing behaviors and saving lives.
More than 200 residents of all ages and areas of Austin turned out for the launch of Code Next. Code Next is an Imagine Austin initiative to create a more user-friendly and efficient land development code. This particular code impacts the quality of life for all Austin residents because it determines how our neighborhoods and shared public places look and feel.
The Land Development Code impacts all of us. It determines what our built environment looks like. It determines what we can build on property that we own, how we can build, where we can build, and it's an opportunity for us to literally shape what we see all around us.
You know, as we look at our city, there's 100 people moving to the region every single day, and so how do we deal with that growth? How do we deal with those 100 people on average having 70 cars? And how do we shape our city to make sure that we're taking into account all of the growth that's coming and deal with important issues like education, affordable housing, transportation, the environment, parks.
Austin residents are invited to spend some time on the Code Next website. You'll find a video about Code Next, and you can sign up to receive email updates on the project. You can also share your experiences about where you live, work, and play on our Speak Up Austin forum. Join the conversation at austintexas.gov/codenext. City officials recently went underground to explore the completely excavated Waller Creek Tunnel. The Waller Creek Flood Control Tunnel project is a stormwater bypass tunnel to address problems of flooding and erosion along Lower Waller Creek. The mile-long tunnel will capture and redirect floodwaters south of 12th Street and safely carry them to an outlet lagoon on the shores of Lady Bird Lake. The tunnel will take nearly 28 acres of downtown land out of the 100-year floodplain and create an area suitable for redevelopment. And now it's time for our Austin City Council update.
Council approved an additional $500,000 to fund renovations at the Austin Resource Center for the Homeless, known as ARCH. The funds would help convert garage space to a climate-controlled indoor space that will provide an alternative to the surrounding sidewalks as a waiting area for the center's services. Council approved roughly $2.3 million to renovate and further develop the Auditorium Shores Trailhead at Lady Bird Lake. The project includes expansion of parking, restroom facilities, trail realignment, shoreline restoration, areas for exercise, landscaping, lighting, and drinking fountains. The existing parking lot and restroom facilities are in poor condition, and the landscape area near the gazebo also needs rehabilitation. Council approved a contract that will help the city collect and sell used motor oil, dispose used oil and fuel filters, and floor dry accumulated by Austin Water Utility and the Fleet Services Department. Floor dry is a material used to clean up and control spills in a shop environment. Companies can extract the oil from the absorbent material for recycling purposes. And Council received a briefing on the existing drought. This year is expected to be our second lowest inflow year in the past several decades, with water levels at nearly their lowest point. Demand for water in the area is expected to exceed supply significantly for at least the next couple of years. In all, Council considered 99 items at its October 3rd meeting. Its next regularly scheduled meeting will be October 17th. For CityView, I'm Larry Schooler.
The City of Austin Small Business Development Program is designating October as Small Biz Funding Month. To help small business owners with their financing needs, the city is hosting its 10th annual Meet the Lender event, October 9th from 3 to 7 p.m. at Palmer Events Center. Lenders, banks, and credit unions will be available to meet with business owners. Channel 6 met with one local entrepreneur who has used the city's small business development program to grow his recycling business.
I wouldn't say that we were the first recycling company, but we were the first single-stream recycling collection service for businesses in Austin. I saw the need for easy recycling programs for small businesses in Austin, and started with one business with a friend, and it just grew and kept growing. The goal was to make it really easy on businesses to recycle so that they would be more willing to participate. Meet the Lender was a critical part of connecting with traditional banks, not so traditional banks, really awesome lenders that are in touch with government programs. That helped me a great deal. And on top of that, some of the other classes like starting a small business or marketing 101, those were all really helpful.
2 information sessions will also be held at the Meet the Lender event, a BizAid business orientation and alternative financing options for your business. BizAid is a general overview of opening a small business or reevaluating an existing business during its growth. Alternative financing options for your business is an expert panel discussion covering various funding options. Austin Energy linemen and their machinery were recently featured in the PowerUP dance project, choreographed by the same art director who produced the Trash project for Austin Resource Recovery. Art director Allison Orr choreographed their movements to original orchestrated music and gave attendees a real sense of appreciation for the work that goes into keeping the lights on in our community. This project was 2 years in the making, and Orr spent countless hours working in the field with Austin Energy crews to study their work.
It's just an innovative, creative partnership where we get to see the beauty and the honor of all the work that the folks do that keep our lights on every day.
These guys are the heart of Austin Energy. They are the ones who are out in the heat of summer, in the cold of winter, in the rain, in the snow, in the wind, in the ice. And those are the exciting times, but they're out every day. They're out hooking up new customers. They're out building new transmission lines and new substations. These guys really do the work of the people for the people.
Some 6,000 people attended the 2 sold-out shows at the Travis County Expo Center. And finally, a global concert effort promoting peace and humanity through music recently took place at City Hall. The Free September concert was hosted by the City of Austin International program housed in the Economic Department and Austin Sister Cities International. The concert is held to bring all faiths, nationalities, and cultures together through the power of music. This year, the September concert coincided with National Welcoming Week 2013 and served as the official launch for Austin's Welcoming Cities initiative. Austin is one of 19 municipalities across the United States which has joined the Welcoming America's Welcoming Cities and Counties initiative to create more immigrant-friendly environments that maximize opportunities for economic growth and cultural vitality, and position communities as globally competitive 21st century leaders. That's all for this edition of CityView. I'm your host, Leslie Sopko. Our next episode premieres Friday, October 11th. Thanks for watching.